First tonight, though, we begin with school districts and first responders meeting ahead of the school year to prepare for a possible emergency in our area. Thank you for joining us here at 5. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. The school shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, of course, on the mind of many parents and students as they prepare for the new school year. WCNC Charlotte Shamaria Morrison joins us live from Taylorsville Elementary in Alexander County to talk about safety plans. Shay, is the district doing anything differently this year?
No, but what they have been able to do is actually apply for more funding from the state for additional SROs, and that funding came after the Uvalde shooting. And you know, today school administrators and leaders spent the day with emergency management talking about who would be in charge if an incident like Uvalde happened here. Knowing who's in charge during a school emergency can save lives.
First 10 minutes of any emergency scene is chaotic. So if we get, the earlier we can get the management set up through the instant command system, the quicker we can get control of the scene.
All the lives lost or saved ultimately falls on the incident commander.
Dozens of Alexander County school principals, school leaders, and administrators spent the day learning about emergency protocols and who's in charge.
It's always been a priority through fire drills and different things within the school system, but after Columbine in 1999, the game changed.
Now it's more critical than ever to know who to answer to.
We are all very passionate about what we do, and our schools are our priority. However, in the event of a large-scale event, we all have to know what our role is.
In the Uvalde school shooting, first responders and school personnel were criticized for not knowing who was in charge.
We use instant command, you use school superintendent, so on and so forth. So you've been doing it all these years.
First responders here don't ever want that to happen.
Once the school system and the first responders come together, then we work as a team to find out what best suits that incident and how we can deal with it to mitigate that process.
School shootings are not the only thing they're preparing for.
You have chemicals driving up and down these roads every day. One of them was a wreck, and it could be some a pretty bad, significant chemical spill that may affect the school, and they would have to evacuate and things like that.
The principals here will bring back everything they learned to staff before the new year. You know, being prepared is a holistic approach. For example, doors like this one are locked at all times while students are here. That's what the district tells us. In addition, you have to make sure you're either buzzed in. These are just some of the things they're doing to make sure that kids are safe. And live in Alexander County, Shamaria Morrison, WCNC Charlotte.
Shay, thank you for those updates.